21 years when I wrote this song. 22 now, but I won't be for long. Time hurries on, and the leaves that are green turn to brown, and they wither with the wind, and they crumble in your hand. Once my heart was filled with the love of a girl. I held her close, but she faded in the night. Like a poem I meant to write, and the leaves that are green turn to brown, and they wither with the wind, and they crumble in your hand. I threw a pebble at a brook and watched the ripples run away, and they never made a sound, and the leaves that are green turn to brown, with the wind, and they crumble in your hand. Hello, 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 hello. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. That's all there is, and the leaves that are green turn to brown. Hi, I'm Glenn. I'm here to do a tutorial for you on Paul Simon's Leaves That Are Green. This is not too difficult a song on the left hand. Let me go through the chords for you. Standard tuning, capo on the 2nd fret. It's in the key of D. So this is a D here. And there are variations of D. D suspended 2nd, and D sus4, or suspended 4th. Stuff like that. E minor, A, G, C, and B minor, and a variation off of B minor, B sus2 or suspended 2nd. And you hammer on to get back to the B minor. Of course, a B minor is an A minor up 2 more frets and barred with your index finger. The hard part of this song, to me, is the right hand. What you're doing to make the pick. And it sounds like it might be a Travis pick, but it really isn't. But it has similarities to the Travis pick in that there are a fair amount of it is an alternation between the thumb and the fingers. The pattern goes thumb, thumb, index finger, thumb, middle finger, thumb, index finger. So, for example, if I'm playing a D sus2 chord, the pattern goes thumb, thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index. So the first 2 hits are with a thumb. Thumb on the 4th, thumb on the 3rd. After that, you start alternating. Index finger on the 2nd, thumb on the fourth, middle finger on the first, thumb on the third, index finger on the second. So if you think of it, first you have an initial hit with the thumb, then hit a second hit on the root note. The first initial hit with the thumb is on the root note. And then you come down, one or two strings, depending on what chord you're playing. And then you do this alternation between the thumb and your fingers. So it's like for the D chord, thumb on the fourth, thumb on the third, index on the second, thumb on the fourth, middle finger on the first, thumb on the third, index finger on the second. So slowly, if you're playing an E minor, the root note is the E string or the sixth string. So here's the first string you hit then with your thumb is that sixth string. Now you come down and hit, I usually hit the fourth string with my thumb, and then it's that that. And the G is very similar. You're going to hit the same strings, but you're going to play a G chord. The first thing you hit is the G string, the E string, but hitting that G note, which is on the third fret. Now you can, and I often do, instead of hitting the fourth string with my thumb in the middle of that pattern, I'll come back up and hit that low G string again. And it's just for variety, just because sometimes it sounds better. So slowly, if you were playing an A, you're really playing these four middle strings, starting with the root note, the A, fifth string, right? So it's slowly. B minor, you're going to do exactly the same strings as you did on the A. Now, the only thing is, when you go to the B minor to the B sus2, you got to emphasize the pulling off or the opening of that string. So some of this stuff you just have to develop a feel for. So for the intro, he goes like this. So he's going, starting on a D suspended second, and hammering on to make the D, the full D chord, and then coming back off, back to a D sus2, then to an E minor, and And the E minor is not the whole 4 beats, it's like 2 beats. And 2 beats on the A, and then back to the D. And then D suspended 4th, back to the D. Back to the sus2 and back to the D. So he plays around with those variations off the D chord. And you can almost do whatever sounds good to you. It's not like anybody's keeping score, okay? So again, slowly, here's the intro. I was 21 years when I wrote this song. 22 now, but I won't be for long. So what's he doing there? He's going to G to C. Like just only like about 1 beat on each of them. I'm 22 now, but I won't be for long. And I'm going from the D to the D suspended 4th, and then keeping these 2 fingers anchored on the 1st and 2nd strings, 3rd fret, and going up to the G. Time hurries on, and the leaves that are green turn to brown. So what are you doing there? Time hurries on, G to A, and the leaves then to C. So he goes, the leaves to C, to B, to A, to G. You have to practice that a little bit. The leaves, time, it's hard for me to get into that. Time hurries on, and the leaves that are green turn to brown. Makes sense? G to A, turn to brown, back to D. So more playing around between the D sus2, the D, and the D sus4. And then you go to the B minor, and they wither with the wind. That's where you lift off the index finger. And when you lift it off, I tend to push the index finger down on my, it's not my index finger, it's the middle finger. I tend to add it to my middle index finger that's holding the bar down to help me hold it down steady. And they wither with the wind, and they crumble in your hand. So A to A7. Once my heart was filled with the love of a girl. So now you repeat. You've just finished the first verse and a little chorus, the leaves that are green, and now you just do 4 more of them. When you get to the ending, the leaves, that's all there is, and the leaves that are green turn to brown. Here's the end again. So you're going G to A7 sus4, and all A7 sus4 is your little pinky finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret with making a D note, and your index finger on the 4th string 2nd fret making an E note, and that's an A7 sus4. So it's easy to go from G to A7 sus4 and then to D. And you can hammer on, go from the D sus2 to the D, okay? So it's the leaves, that's all there is, and the leaves that are green turn ground. And there's the ending. Okay? Thank you. Hope that helps.